Welcome to episode 2 of the Pythagorean Theorem podcast. We are filming this on New Year's Eve. 2022 is upon us. I am Shmev.
This is Evan.
Leighton.
Zach.
Presley.
I believe Zach has a fact of the day to get us started off.
Yes, I do. So, fact of the day is, in 1958, the U.S. Air Force went on a training flight in which they were carrying I think it was a 7,600-pound Mark 15 nuclear bomb. And while they were flying over the Savannah, Georgia waters, the B-47 bomber plane and a F-86 fighter plane collided mid-air. The bomb fell into the ocean, did not detonate, and to this day has not been found.
That is crazy. I went to
Isn't that
Savannah
insane?
just a few months ago. I never heard about that.
Yeah, and the craziest part is that there was like a hoax a few years ago. I think it was 2015. Someone had thought that they had found it. No, it was a different bomb. It was an entirely different bomb.
There's just a
And
bunch
they
of bombs.
just-
Just a bunch of bombs.
There's a lot of bombs at the bottom of the ocean.
They just have no clue where that other bomb was.
Just no clue. It is since not been found somewhere off the coast of Savannah.
Wow.
Well,
That is nuts. We have some fun and interesting topics we're going to talk about in episode 2, but without further ado, prepare yourself for a session of awkwardness. So, many of you might have questions why we came up with the Pythagorean Theorem as the name of our podcast. So, it's kind of simple. Me and Presley were just one day recently just decided, you know what, we're going to do this thing. And we're trying to come up with a name. And the way we want the podcast to be is we want it to be just kind of simple, something that we know not a lot of people are going to, take from, but something maybe some people can just take something from and get use out of. And that is essentially what the Pythagorean Theorem is. So, something that in school I was like, I'm not going to use this. This is useless.
Yeah.
But I realized, people may use it.
You might.
So that's just a quick little, how did we come up with our name? That's how we came up with the Pythagorean Theorem.
Yeah.
So, story time.
Story time.
story
I've
time.
been waiting for
I've been
this.
looking forward to
I'm
this.
ready.
I mean, you really hyped
I
it
have
up.
been.
Yes, I hyped up this story to all of them for about a week now.
And TikTok.
I have not told them this story. I told them I wanted to save it for the podcast, so this is their genuine reaction
Yes.
to this
Alright.
story.
Okay.
Okay.
So, to set the scene, 2005. This goes way back.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
2005, I was a kindergartner,
A little Shmev.
and there was a different kindergarten teacher there was 3 kindergarten teachers, and there was another one that had a turtle and like a little I guess you would call it, was it a little aquarium or like a little
a glass,
terrarium?
yeah, like a glass,
case.
yeah, a glass case. And so she was looking to get rid of it or give it away or whatever. And I asked the teacher if I could have it without like my parents' permission or whatever. But my mom worked at the school I went to. So I asked my mom, and the teacher said she would just give it to us for free with the glass case and everything. So my mom was like, you know what? Sure. We'll take the turtle. And so we brought the turtle back home. And I named the turtle Andy. I loved that turtle.
I
Okay.
think you told me about this turtle before.
It was my second pet. So I had a dog that was around before I was even born, and that was my first pet. The turtle Andy was my second pet. I loved that turtle. He sat in my room in his little box. I even brought him to school one time later on in my kindergarten year, and I have a picture to show you guys. Maybe we can
Okay,
put this
now we
up
get
in
some
the
visual.
yeah. That is me, kindergarten
Oh
Shmev,
wow.
with Andy.
With Andy, I like that.
Oh my God! It's a little
It's a
Shmev.
little
We
Shmev.
were studying reptiles in kindergarten.
Oh, so he
and
was very relevant.
very relevant.
That
and
looks
so
like a Beastie Boys photo. Like they just turtle.
Yo.
You just holding it out in front like that?
oh,
the
yeah.
cold-blooded
And look,
edition.
you can see his his head is tucked in his shell.
If
He
you
was
like
scared.
put that in black and white and put the little explicit box in the lower left corner.
Oh,
yeah,
that's an
exactly.
album
It could be an
cover.
album.
That is
album
definitely an
cover.
album cover.
Okay,
Put
good
it
to
in
know.
a
Might
square
have to do that.
format.
Yeah. But yeah, brought Andy to school. I love that turtle. So, a few years later, we were moving houses, and I, as a young kid, did not want to clean the tank. I cleaned the tank, but I didn't do a great job, and I didn't do it consistently.
Okay.
And so Andy started to stink the house up. And I remember the smell to this day. It was bad. Like, not as bad as Zach's room,
Oh my god.
but it was pretty bad.
For reference, that's because of my dog, not because I'm dirt. Well, okay, it's both.
It's both. Let's be honest,
let's
it's
be
both.
I love how you like tried to defend it.
I-
It's like, ah.
It's mainly
it is
your
both.
dog.
There-
but
yeah.
It's an effort, combined
The
effort.
turtle. Just continue.
So it was worse. The turtle was worse
I don't know.
or as bad.
I don't want to be mean to Andy because Zach's room smells pretty good. But you know, it was bad. So we were moving houses, and my parents were getting tired of Andy stinking up the house,
Stench.
and we were gonna have to find a spot to put that tank in our house.
Oh no.
And so my parents slowly tried to convince me we need to get rid of Andy. I'd had him for about 3 or 4 years at this point. I was 8 when we moved houses, so 3 years. We had Andy for 3 years. And so I didn't want to at first, but they finally convinced me they were going to give it to another kid that wanted the turtle, and they were going to pay me for it. And so 8-year-old me, I was like, ooh, I'm going to get money too. And so that made it a little better. I knew he was going to a different house, to a different kid who wanted him. And so I was like, okay, I'm okay with that.
Zach's gonna cry.
I'm already. I
It's a
just.
sad
I know
story.
where this is going.
I
This
know.
this was 13 years ago. Well, that is not what happened.
Oh my god.
And I found out about what actually happened last week, 13 years ago.
Did they think you just couldn't handle the truth
Don't know.
until now?
So what my parents did is the day that we were selling it, me and my parents don't remember this, but my sister and I do. There was a truck that pulled up to our new house, and we gave him Andy, and went off, and I got my money, whatever. I thought that was my payment for giving Andy to this guy. What actually happened was my parents just gave me their own money. My dad drove to a creek and just chucked it in the creek.
Oh my gosh. You're kidding.
I am not
Andy,
kidding.
no.
I thought they got me good. I
they
mean,
really wanted to get rid of that
13
turtle. Wow.
years. I thought some kid had him, and Andy enjoyed life with this other kid. No, he was enjoying life in a dirty creek.
If you survived the fall.
If he survived, yeah.
This was a domesticated turtle that you had in a classroom
He
and
did
then
not
your
survive.
room for years.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Shmev, that turtle did
I know.
not survive.
Andy,
Rest.
rest in peace to
Rest in
Andy.
We get a little
Andy.
little,
Little
moment of silence for
Little
Andy. Real
sad
quick.
violin.
I
All right. enough
Okay.
of that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Anyway,
enough-
that-
Okay, but hold on. Let's clarify something here. He was in a terrarium, not
Yeah.
submerged in water, right? Or else that would be an aquarium. He was not submerged, right, in water.
I believe it's been a long time.
And your dad chucked him in a creek.
Are you sure that it was a turtle and not a tortoise? Because that
It's
would
definitely
be
a turtle.
Okay, that part is better. But but I do have one question though. Did you not have like any outdoor spaces you could put him? Because if he was sinking up the house, like my uncle has a turtle and he lives outside.
Really?
Like yeah,
An outdoor turtle.
yes. Well, sorry, it's a tortoise. So,
Oh.
but you can still.
Play fetch? Or-
His name is his name is Dr. K. He's actually a pretty cool tortoise. I like him
Okay.
a lot.
I mean, I don't know. I was young, so I didn't really think of that.
But
And-
I was thinking more so your parents, not you.
They were ready to get rid
Yeah,
of it.
Yeah, they did not want
no.
this thing anywhere near the house.
When I tell y'all it stunk, it did. And even young Shmev remembered that. I still remember how bad it stank. It was bad.
I can just imagine your dad doing that. Like, I can so see it, just him chucking a turtle. In
Well,
a
how I
frisbee.
found out
frisbee.
was it was Christmas Eve, and
Oh gosh.
it somehow got brought up. Andy got brought up, and I was talking to my aunt about it, about how we sold it and whatever, and she was like, "Are you sure that's how it happened?" And it started just like my brain started turning, and I was like, it might not have. And so I asked my dad about it, and it took him for a second.
Wow.
It took him a second to remember, but then he started laughing
So-
really hard.
Oh,
he
no,
told me what actually
gosh.
happened.
Man.
How much money did you actually get for this thing?
I can't remember.
$12.
It probably
I can't
was
see
not
him
much.
handing you much money just to get rid of the turtle.
Yeah, it probably wasn't much, but
Well, if it
Yeah.
stunk that bad, they were probably desperate.
Yeah, they
Like,
would
what,
have
what
given
if we'll
that,
take
maybe.
money for it?
I mean, maybe look on the positive side. Maybe Andy found his way and he's swimming with Crush from Nemo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Probably
a cool
not.
turtle.
But yeah, that was
Literally.
that was a crime. That was a true crime, which
Yep.
leads me to the next segment.
How convenient.
How convenient.
Fellas, we're going to play a little game that I came up with called True Crime or Fake Crime. So basically how this is going to work is I'm going to read some stories, and at the end of each story, you guys have to guess whether it is a true crime or a story
Okay.
that I just completely made up.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Cool.
All right. So, story number 1. In 1931, a 56-year-old by the name of Carl Tanzler worked at a hospital in Florida. While employed there, he fell in love with a woman named Maria. When the couple met, Maria was actually dying with tuberculosis, which was a terminal condition in the 1930s. During the last year of her life, Carl wanted to make Maria feel overwhelmed with love and gave her a multitude of gifts. He even purchased an expensive mausoleum when she passed away. After her death, Carl visited his partner's grave and claimed that Maria's spirit told him to remove her body from the grave and take her back home. So, on a night in 1933, Carl Tanzler took Maria's body back out and carried her home in a wagon. Over the next 7 years, Carl preserved the woman by replacing her skin with silk and wax, stuffing her body with rags, and using perfumes to cover up the smell. Finally, in 1940, Maria's sisters stormed into Carl's house with police, and the truth was discovered. Carl Tanzler was never actually prosecuted because the statute of limitations on his initial crime had already lapsed. True or fake crime?
Let's discuss.
Okay.
Okay.
That is a wild
I have
story.
heard of people doing this
Right.
Yeah.
in scary movies, like trying to keep them alive because they can't process that they have died. Like just
Yeah,
leaving them in there.
well-
I don't know if that's just a horror movie thing. Or
Well,
not,
I was
but-
gonna say there is. I don't want to get much into it because he was an actual serial killer, but there is a serial killer who did. I'll just say similar things, and I don't want to get too into detail about that. But this could very much be a real thing. What was the statute of limitations on that again? Can you repeat that part?
It says
Like after how many years?
Carl Tanzler was never actually prosecuted because the statute of limitations on his initial crime had already lapsed. I don't know how many years.
Okay, so that part
hold
is-
on. He was caught in 1940,
Okay.
and in 1933 he took Maria's body back out. So for 7 years.
7 years
had
of
his
statute of
body.
limitations.
I feel like this has like way too many details. I mean, if you did make this up, Carl Tanzler.
That is
I
a
don't-
great name if you
I
make
mean,
that up.
you're a very creative guy. I'd say it's true crime.
I say it's true.
I'm leaning towards true. I would not. You're creative enough to where I know that it could be false, but I'm gonna lean towards true.
I'm with Zach. It's too detailed to be made up. Like specifically the part where it says the time of what was it, statute of limitations already passed. Like that's a detail I don't think you would remember to put in if you did make it up. Did you make it up?
We're just judging you.
Answer.
Basically.
The story of Carl Tanzler is a true crime.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
good.
Good job.
We all have
guys. High
high
fives
five.
all
High
around.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
good. Very good.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Hey,
Put up a point for all of us, Leighton, on there. That's so.
ding, ding, ding.
Just get a point on the board.
Put point on the board.
Well,
For
Steve Harvey
500.
it. All right, story 2.
Yep.
Ready?
Let's do
Story
it.
2.
I'm ready.
In June of 1992, after going to the movie theater to watch Batman Returns, starring Michael Keaton, a 44-year-old man, Kenneth Bartley, who worked at the Detroit Zoo, went home inspired and motivated to become a different and better person. The next day, Kenneth would decide to become a pescatarian, which means he only eats fish, or the only meat he ate was fish.
Yes.
Okay.
He also decided to change the way he dressed, buying a few top hats and multiple articles of black clothing. You may be thinking, like, okay, that's weird, but so what, right? Well, that is just the start of it. You see, Kenneth didn't just work at the Detroit Zoo. He worked in the Penguin exhibit. Kenneth Bartley was inspired by Batman Returns to become Penguin, one of Batman's villains. A few months after his few life modifications, he decided on a night in October he would hide in a storage closet, which was reportedly a very rare occasion, was opened by the employees. After everyone had left for the night, Kenneth would go on to steal a penguin and take it back home with him. The penguin was kept in his bathtub for 2 weeks until, on Halloween night, he decided to attend a Halloween party at a comic book store that he frequently went to. He dressed in his new wardrobe, carrying an umbrella. There was a man at this party who was dressed as Batman, so he and Kenneth talked frequently throughout the night, having normal conversation, according to the other people there. After the party was over, Kenneth followed the man dressed as Batman home, snuck up behind him while he was unlocking his front door, then Kenneth proceeded to murder the innocent man. Kenneth was seen by a neighbor and the cops were immediately called on him. They showed up and Kenneth confessed and spent life in prison. He died in 2018 after having a heart attack in his cell. True crime or fake crime?
You started with Batman. That's all I needed to know. That's fake. You love Batman way too much.
I was gonna say that is. I'm with Zach, not necessarily on the Batman front, but just I'm impressed by the level of detail. That is very good, but I do not believe that is true. Also, so for either first degree or second degree murder, I think it's second degree, he went to prison or jail for life or prison for life.
Prison for life.
Ooh.
Well,
I mean that depends on like time and area and stuff.
And
so, I mean,
I will say
that
this,
depends.
I don't want to, okay. So what I found is that he, or what I made up, is that he died in prison. I don't know the length of time that they gave him.
well, when a judge sentences someone to life, I realize that that's not actually the rest of their lifetime. Life is considered 20 to 25 years. So,
Interesting.
but I mean, if he died in a cell, I don't know. I think it's fake.
Yeah. What are some other opinions? What
do you
about?
guys think?
What do you guys think?
That's tough.
It is. So, when did you come up with the idea for this segment? Like a couple days ago?
I had, a couple days ago.
I don't want to get stuck up on the detailed thing because we're only 2 in.
Yes.
And I don't. If this one's real, then we haven't seen an example of one you've made up. But this takes place across so many different time periods, and then you talk about we're gonna go to a comic book store based on he's inspired by Michael Keaton. He works at the zoo. Or that's very detailed.
It is.
But I'm gonna go with fake.
I say true.
True.
Okay.
I'm gonna go the opposite because I think he can make a detailed story, but
Yeah.
it still could be false. But I'm gonna go with true.
All right.
This could
Answers
go
all in.
either way.
I believe so.
The story of Kenneth Bartley is a fake crime.
Okay.
Oh,
There we go.
There we
Completely
go.
made that.
There we
Yeah.
go. Suck it.
whatever.
So that was convincing.
That was a
Cool.
very good one.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
I don't know why. Just for some reason, the ending with like he murdered one person, then like was sentenced to life. I'm just like something about that didn't feel right.
Yeah. All right.
Well, it's happened.
No, it has happened,
Some
but just
weird people.
When you kill somebody, you tend to
Well,
go to
yeah.
jail.
Well, that wasn't
For
the
a
part
long
that
time.
bothered.
Oh.
That wasn't the part that bothered me. It was specifically the for life. Yeah, he went to jail for that? Oh, come on.
Yeah.
He's dressed up as the Penguin. He could have gotten off on mental disorder.
That was good.
It's
though.
true.
That was
Yeah,
good.
no, but Shmev, that was a very good story. I appreciated that
That
one.
was okay, so now I don't know if you have wanted to do this, but you kind of gave yourself away early. We've seen an example of what's true and also what's fake.
You don't know.
How many of these do you have?
I have 3 more. I have 5.
All right.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
All right. I'm 2 for 2.
So, story 3.
Story
Story
3.
Let's do it.
In 2016, Malik Coleman was participating in an adult rec basketball league in his hometown in Tennessee. His team was in the semifinals, and in the fourth quarter, Malik fouled out, meaning he committed 5 fouls that game and is removed for the rest of the game. On his way to the bench, he caused a scene by cursing and yelling at the referees. It got so bad that he was kicked out because, according to one of the referees, quote, "We all thought he may try to run at us and try to hurt us, which is why we kicked him out." Malik's team ended up losing that game and their season was over. He was infuriated even days after the game, but still decided to attend the championship game between 2 other teams. As he was walking into the gym the league played at, one of the refs who kicked him out of the previous game made eye contact with him and, quote, laughed and shook his head. That is all it took for Malik to snap again, and he charged at the referee, swung one punch, which knocked him out cold, but Malik kept hitting him while he was unconscious. Finally, a group of players from both teams got him off the referee, and the police were already called and headed to arrest Malik. He was arrested, charged with assault, and faced 2 years in jail. True crime or fake crime?
I mean, if we're going by legal terms, wouldn't that be assault and battery?
It was assault.
Yeah, but that's assault and battery, though, because battery, he was punching
Battered
him,
You,
so...
you battered him.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, yes. But no, I'm not getting hung up on that detail, though. That's a hard one, because, that sounds like it could very well be something that happens. Like, that just sounds like something to where he lost his temper, and, nothing in that story
How did
sounded
he
too
lose his
crazy to
temper
me.
again? He just kind of...
He was apparently he was mad at the referees for
Okay.
their calls,
Just
Okay.
irritating.
Yeah, I want... But
and it was in the semifinals. His team was losing. Yeah.
Yes, but I want to hear what other people have to say first before I give an opinion.
I feel like after hearing that, it is very possible that you wanted to come up with a story that seemed so real that it was easy, quote unquote. I think you are that smart. So, what?
Or not. Yeah.
I also think if he was to make up a story, it would probably be about sports or
Yeah.
basketball.
Yeah.
That's where I was going.
It almost sounds like this is something he could...
It sounds too
Right.
real to be true, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
What do you think, Preston?
I just have a feeling it's fake. I have no solid proof. The sports thing early on kind of gave it away. I know you're a big sport guy, but
I think it's fake.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go fake.
I don't think it's
I'm gonna go
detailed.
fake.
I don't think it's detailed enough.
Okay.
So, Presley,
Everybody.
what are you saying?
I'm saying it's fake.
I'm just gonna go into peer pressure and say that's fake as well.
Hop
Okay.
on the train.
The story of Malik Coleman is a fake story.
Yeah, I thought...
All right.
Yeah,
High
five. Yeah, that just made it on video. Yeah. Yes, but wouldn't that be... Yeah, because, again, going back to the law thing, I think that would be assault and battery. So...
Yeah. All right. Story 4.
Story 4.
Ready? In January of 1966, Calvin Jones from Philadelphia escaped charges of murder because of an insane coincidence. Calvin had recently been charged with murder, killing his girlfriend Sarah Tolbert. It was thought that he beat her to death with a rubber hose, but during the autopsy, it was discovered that Calvin's assault was not what ended her life. It was found that Sarah had actually died of sickle cell anemia at the exact moment she was being beaten. As a result, Calvin Jones did not get charged with murder and instead got charged with assault and battery. True crime or fake crime?
These are some dark stories.
That is...
They are dark.
These are-
The reason
I know it's
laughed-
called a crime.
The reason I laughed at the rubber hose thing is just remember.
Oh my God.
I just remembered that scene from Christmas Vacation. You know what I'm talking about? No.
It's with
Okay.
the bonuses, and he's
Yeah.
like, "You didn't give him the bonuses," and the cop's like,
Said-
"If I had a rubber hose,
I'd
I would
beat you with.
Oh,
That's why I'm like,
remember
oh,
that
he
scene.
got it
I
from
didn't even
that.
remember that.
Because I know you saw that movie recently.
Oh yeah. What y'all thinking?
Ooh.
What is
Can you repeat the question?
sickle cell anemia?
You want me to repeat the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, word for word. No,
I
I'm
mean, I
just
can.
gonna.
That one's not very long, but
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and just say true.
Let's say true.
I'm going to come back to the tree and say false.
I'll say true.
true, false.
Yeah.
The story of Calvin Jones is a true story.
Hey.
let's
High
go.
fives.
All right.
all
So
around.
No. He did not get it right.
I was going
Presley
to
did
try.
not get
All
under
right,
5.
so-
Let the record show.
I've
All right,
missed
Zach.
one.
We've gotten perfect scores so far, and we're heading
Yeah.
into the final
Dang.
question, right? I think we're heading into the final
Yes,
question.
this is the final story.
That was dark.
So, in 2016, 41-year-old Florida man, Mac Yearwood, was wanted in connection with an assault. And well, it didn't take long for police to find him, because Mac proudly uploaded his wanted poster as his own Facebook profile picture. Cops soon saw this and used Facebook to track him down. He was soon after arrested. Not long after this, the Stewart Police Department later wrote this on Facebook, quote, "Facebook is a great way to communicate and connect with old friends and family. If you are wanted by the police, it's probably not a good idea to use the Wanted of the Week poster of yourself as your profile pic. Is this a true crime or fake crime?"
It's a Florida man.
Yeah,
I mean that.
Yeah, because if this wasn't any other state, it would have to be false. But because it's Florida, there's a good chance it's true.
I mean, yeah. I don't know, man. I'm gonna say true. I'm just gonna go with my gut.
Yeah, I think someone's crazy enough to do something that stupid, so I'm gonna go with true as
Presley?
well.
You gonna be different and get it right this time, or are you gonna be different and get it wrong again?
Oh wow!
I would like
Shots
to point out,
fired.
I've been wrong 2
Wow.
out of the
4 so far.
3, 4 that we're in.
You can do it.
Yeah, I can do math. The Florida aspect is the only thing hanging me up. I'm gonna say fake.
See,
Fake.
I will say for my final. I'm mainly just doing this so I disagree with Zach and we have a winner because that obviously matters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. You said true, and you said true, right?
I said real.
I'm gonna go with it's fake. I'm not
Fake.
super
Thank you.
confident that's fake, but
So we're
Presley,
split.
I got you.
We're
Yeah.
split.
2
50-50.
Presley and Evan are calling fake. Leighton and Zach are calling true.
Yes.
Okay,
True.
so
I'll get you ice cream later.
if Zach gets this right, he wins. If Evan gets this right, Evan wins.
I guess so because this obviously matters a lot.
It
Clearly.
it does.
It does.
It
My
does.
my ego
really
will be
does.
broken forever if I get this wrong.
The story of Mac Yearwood is a true story.
Oh,
Yeah, baby.
Let's
You don't
get it.
get any.
I'll give
No.
oh, you
No.
get. Oh, thank
Yeah.
you, Evan. I feel loved.
Wow, gotta give
nice.
another
That
Evan
was-
a high five every now
That
and
was
then.
crazy.
There you go.
All right.
Well, Zach is the winner. of
Zach is the
That's
winner.
second.
How do
Oh.
you feel?
I feel like $1 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you still feel bald?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I still feel bald. Though.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're never
Yeah,
gonna
a
let
little,
that go.
little thing. There you go.
All right.
So that is
You're welcome for those on camera.
Yeah.
that's the first segment of true crime or fake crime. What did y'all think about that? Did y'all like that?
I did.
I liked that a lot.
enjoyed
That was a lot
That
of
was
fun.
fun.
I
Okay.
enjoyed
Yeah, it was a
that.
good time.
I had fun coming up with that. So
I
we'll have
really
to do
liked
it
your
again.
stories.
Yeah.
Your stories were really
So there was
good.
one fake one.
There was 2 fake ones.
Two
There were two
fake
fake.
The one about Kenneth Bartley who went and saw Batman and wanted to be Penguin, that one was fake, and Malik Coleman, the basketball one, that was fake.
Oh.
The rest of them were true.
See, I feel bad for laughing at the other one now that I know that was true.
The rubber hose.
Yeah.
Oh, that one was very, very true.
That's so dark.
What is
Yeah.
sickle cell anemia?
You want to be honest?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I should know, but I've forgotten it.
I found it
Excuse me.
on the internet, and I just summarized it and put it in my own words. I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah, I had fun finding these stories and coming up with my own. So we'll definitely have
Yes,
to.
definitely do.
that was
Have to
good.
do that
I
again.
enjoyed
Man.
that.
What a rush.
That was intense.
All right, Presley,
Yeah.
what is on your mind today? And you better have something this time. We tried to
guys-
do this segment last
You
time,
gave me so much.
and
for this.
Presley had hyped up this thing he was
So
going to
much.
talk about.
I did.
And he said it, and we didn't even leave it in episode 1.
No, we did not.
Because people get offended too easily, and we felt like that would offend some people.
God, I wish we could just put that in a blooper reel. Like the look on our faces when he said what he said.
Well, and we
It
were
was
like,
just for pure shock.
we were
value.
waiting for more because we just sat there and looked at you. I'm like,
Yep.
are you serious?
Yeah.
Nope, that's it.
Maybe for the long haul fans, we can like put in a reel later.
Yeah.
You know.
Nah.
Yeah, we'll save that.
Yeah. Nah.
We'll get canceled.
So-
I'm not comfortable with it anymore.
To give some context, Presley thinks about some weird and random things.
And we got into this.
And he has a conversation with himself in the mirror at least
Every
what,
now and then.
a couple once a week.
Once a
Every
day.
couple
Once
of
a
hours.
Once a day.
That's
Okay.
Who am I gonna talk to?
you need a psychiatrist, but
Again, your grandma.
Your friends? Oh yeah, you have a.
I'm gonna call you every morning as I get ready for work now.
So
You better.
Presley actually broke out of a mental asylum, and we found him on the street and befriended him.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
That's how we got to know Presley.
True or fake crime?
Yeah, really, he's a serial killer. He's just a culmination of all of our different personalities.
Yeah.
Actually, you know, oh my gosh, that could be so true. You know how he steals all of our jokes?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It all.
I've said this before. All humor is stolen. Okay.
Okay, yeah, but
Almost
when you,
none of it is
when
original.
you hear it the day before from one of us and then tell all of us the same joke again,
Yeah.
Leighton had
that's
something.
different.
Because it's still funny.
You just said all humor is not original. Someone has to come up with the humor.
Right.
But it's
Yeah.
it's changed so much that I guess you'd consider it original.
What do
But
you
it's
call
all,
stand-up comedy?
Speaking of a Presley
Inspired.
thought,
This is a Presley thought, organically
Okay.
created.
Okay, now we're talking about some real regular.
Canadians are not white.
Yeah, it's like,
Listen.
if you want context to the Canadians are white thing, go back to episode 1.
Yes,
Yeah.
please. That was a great
Canadians are not
moment.
white.
oh, Presley.
Presley.
I'm
Just move
kidding.
on. Just move on.
All right,
What's on
yeah.
your mind?
Yeah, Presley.
What's on your mind?
Tell us what is on your mind.
Magic head.
It's now on Zach's
Okay.
mind.
Yeah, it's now on Zach's
Did you just
mind.
psych reference me?
I did.
Presley, what is on your mind?
Make it good.
4 things that are semi-serious, and then 1 really serious and really inspiring thing
Give it to us.
that we can talk about.
But not original, just
Go for
inspired.
it. Go for
All right, I'm gonna rattle these 4 off. You don't actually wash your hands. You just watch as they wash each other.
Hold on. I'm gonna get away from the mic so it doesn't like hurt their ears.
If you think about it, I'm not wrong.
Gosh.
I'm not right either, but I'm not wrong.
Presley.
Because your hands are a part of your body.
He
Therefore,
agrees.
you are the one
They're
washing
just
your
no. Look, you're just watching them wash each other.
Presley.
Someone, I'm dying. Please, someone save me.
Number
Oh
2.
my gosh. Yeah, number
Hold-
2.
hold on.
Yeah, number 2.
No, number 2. Listen, is water wet? That's the same
No,
question.
no. Okay, water is not wet.
Okay, you know what? I made a mistake.
Why would you bring that up?
Wait,
I mean,
wait.
it's not. But,
Wait.
but-
No, it is wet.
Don't just
I
let him
can
go to number
confused
2.
myself. I forgot
Presley,
where I was
number
on that
2.
stand.
Presley,
Hang on.
number.
This is a bonus.
When you walk,
Yeah.
are you walking or are your legs
What?
walking?
Or are you just watching your
Yeah,
legs
are you
move?
watching
I
your
don't
legs
look
move?
down while I walk. If I did, then yeah.
You've never said, "Oh, I need to watch my step here."
Yeah.
what?
I don't think about it.
What?
I do have to think about washing my hands because like, I don't want to get my long sleeves wet. I don't want to get my watch wet.
Gosh.
I have to think about that.
Number 2.
Number 2.
My gosh.
Now this one's a little
Evan looks
disturbing.
so sad, disappointed.
I can't wait till how he looks
I
at
am
the
not
end of
mad.
this.
I am just disappointed.
I'm so
I can live with that.
confused. My
Number 2. It's a little disturbing. Do dogs lick us because they know there's bones underneath our skin?
Why? No, I can't. No.
How does it get worse?
What?
I pulled a Shmev.
Welcome
You
back.
did.
Why?
Speaking of stealing
So,
humor.
but I know that this.
Hey,
is a,
hey, you
I
just
know
stole
that
his humor.
I know that this is a horrible question to ask in this situation, but what is your? What, do you have a thought process when it comes to this,
It's
or
kinda
what are you
random.
thinking?
I'm not. That's
Explain
the thing.
yourself.
You're not.
So,
wait.
listen.
You're not thinking.
He-
that
this
would
is
make
what he-
sense.
he
Okay,
gets
never
home-
mind. That makes sense. Presley does not think.
Yeah.
He gets home from
we go.
work. You know, he gets in comfy clothes.
Yeah.
He goes into his bathroom.
Sleeping
He
jeans.
shuts the door. He locks it. He just looks in the mirror
Yeah.
for at least an hour, just talking to
It's
himself.
actually not that bad.
And these are the things that he comes up with. Keep in mind, remember, he broke out of an insane asylum.
Yeah, you're definitely a serial killer. I'm pretty much convinced at this
So-
point.
Well, it's just,
Can't
this
give him
isn't
too much crap,
harmful.
'cause it's
It just
insane.
hurts your head.
It
just
hurts
doesn't make
my head
sense.
knowing that you think these things.
I do. Number 3. If you think about it, beef jerky is just cow raisins.
Oh,
What?
I am never eating beef jerky the same.
How is it? How does that make the most sense out of anything you've
That-
said
I
so
was
far?
just-
How?
I'm not right, but I'm not wrong.
I was
either.
just about to say that. Because
Yeah.
it's dried.
Yeah,
Honestly, as dumb as that is,
it's
I
true.
feel horrible to say after all the making fun. I kind of
Sex
somewhat
crime.
agree with you. Again, I don't think I ever want to eat beef jerky again, but
Sex crime.
It's okay, buddy. Wipe away tears.
Number 4.
Gosh.
Layton, you're gonna like this one. Okay.
Okay. Watch me not like it.
Isn't a block of cheese
Oh.
just a loaf of milk?
no.
I mean,
He's thinking about it. Layton,
No!
Layton really likes cheese.
well, it's
for
kind of
those
like
of
a
y'all.
block, and the way you make it, you kind of turn it into,
What?
you know.
See?
I mean,
What?
I can get behind that.
But there.
Okay, if a cow's whatever is just a raisin, then let's
What?
not. Why wouldn't we say a
I
block
mean,
of cheese is a loaf
sure.
of bread?
Yeah.
I think it's a little less.
So it's a loaf of milk.
I
You can say a loaf of cheese, but
wait. What?
a loaf of cream.
Help.
Number 5.
It.
You hate how much that makes sense.
I don't know.
I don't know what to think about that.
I'm flabbergasted.
I'm with Zach.
I like that word.
Good.
Number 5.
Number 5. This one's a little more serious.
Uh-oh. Okay. All right, hold
This
on.
is-
I
this is
got
Anything would be serious compared to what you just
I gotta
said.
get meat raisin out of my head if we're getting serious. I can't.
But
Oh.
you agree, right?
No!
How do you make a raisin?
You
Take a grape.
dehydrate a grape
And it shrinks down.
and it shrinks down and you put sugar on it.
You don't have to put sugar.
Actually,
Oh my
yeah,
god,
you don't
it's
have
a
to.
meat, it's a meat raisin.
It is.
I just blew your bald mind.
I think that's the. Most
That's the only one I agree
Yeah.
with. And I
The loaf of
I
cheese
kind
is
of
fresh.
love and hate that I agree with you on something that's a Presley thought, but you're not. That's one of those things where, like you said, you're not right, but you're
I'm not
wrong.
See, that's the fine line I tried to find with like all of these is like it could be true, but
no,
it's not right.
Not
either.
on all of them. No.
Shmev, what you thinking? Give us a Shmev.
I don't know if I
Well,
want
the
to
thing
know.
is, I'm not thinking of anything anymore.
Yeah, your brain is
Presley
so
has
numb.
ruined my brain right
Our
now.
brains are
Yeah.
now voids.
I don't even know how to give you a high five.
Okay.
Number 5.
Number
What
5.
was your-
This
yeah.
one's more for discussion. So I saw
Okay.
this post, and it kind of irritates me when I see these because, like on all these inspirational quote Instagram memes, what have you, on the picture, it'll have like a picture of an entrepreneurial person who's been successful. But it doesn't. I don't think that's actually something they said. In this situation, it was a picture of Elon Musk, and it made it sound. It leads you to believe he said this. I don't think he actually did. I don't know who said this, but the quote is something to the effect of, and I'm paraphrasing: "If you were to die today, getting deep. If you were to die today, your employer could replace you within a month, but your family and friends would grieve you for years.
Yeah.
So
That-
while you should also make a living for yourself, don't forget to have priorities and prioritize friends and family."
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
good one.
Okay,
See,
I
that's
give-
a good thought.
No,
I like
that's-
that
no,
thought.
that.
Well, it's
no.
not mine, but it's a good thought.
Actually, the saying goes, don't prioritize making a living and forget to make a life.
That's it.
There you
There
go.
you go.
That's what I was trying to say.
Dang.
I don't know who said that either.
Don't live to work, work to live.
There you go.
Yes, indeed.
But the base behind all of that is you still have to get a job. So
Yeah, I feel like that's all
have
for
to,
like the workaholics out there, or like people who try to better themselves by throwing themselves into their job. I don't feel like that helps. If you're trying to better yourself, your job isn't the way
I mean,
to do
it's
it.
No,
it's
not
all
at
about
all.
your intention, and it's all a balance. You know, if
Yeah.
you're doing
It
it to
is, yeah.
drown out other things that you just don't want to deal with, then yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's healthy in moderation. You just need to keep that moderation.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, to a little bonus round. All those thoughts that I wrote down, they're not original.
Oh, we know.
Oh, do we know?
Okay.
So
I just want to let you know.
But I'm sure
I agree with them.
all of these things you've thought about a
That's
good
so
amount.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I found those, I was like,
You're like, hold up,
Whoa.
I've got to
Write
go
this
talk to
down.
myself. In the
And you know
mirror.
what's funny too is that
it's actually in the morning.
I'm thinking to myself, how do you come up with meat raisin? And you were probably eating a bowl of cereal or something, like not even eating
Yeah.
beef jerky.
It could be Raisin
You were-
Bran.
No,
Yeah.
when you were on that when you were on that carnivore diet
Yeah.
for breakfast, you would
yeah.
just put beef jerky,
Beef
in a
jerky,
bowl
no.
with milk
no.
and just
I couldn't have milk.
Go to town.
I could have milk, but I was trying to cut back on dairy.
yeah.
You just had beef jerky and water in a bowl.
Yeah.
Jerky-O's.
Oh no.
Oh man.
have y'all ever had cereal with water?
No.
Have you?
No, I haven't.
I've had it with
Okay.
orange juice too.
That made me
Wait,
think
wait,
of
wait.
it. That would be
Wait.
the way.
Wait, I'm curious about the orange juice actually. What cereal have you had with orange juice, and is it good?
Why don't you take a guess? What cereal would taste good with orange
Fruit
juice?
Loops.
Yeah, fruity.
You got it on first try.
Well, I didn't
Oh,
even
that
get.
makes sense.
Wow.
Or I was
I
going
didn't
to
even
Fruity
get a chance.
Pebbles.
Fruit Loops, Fruity
Cinnamon
Pebbles.
Toast Crunch.
That's your
Ew,
favorite.
no.
That's your favorite, but that would not go good with that.
Oh, that's actually not my favorite.
Really?
We need to come up with a favorite cereal list. Next
Well, that's
podcast
mine.
idea.
Well, that's
What?
mine. I'll just go ahead and tell you.
What?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Well,
you just ruined
podcast
that
idea
for the next
ruined.
podcast.
Well,
Oh, okay.
Well, we
Thanks,
can't
Presley.
do any more of it.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and say
Wait.
mine.
Here's a serious topic.
Yeah.
When you make cereal, do you put the cereal or the milk first?
Siri, hello?
Oh, it hurts cereal.
well,
Technical difficulties.
we're
Siri
being
wants
listened
to
to.
join in on this podcast. I'm okay with that. She'd probably have some fun topics about Apple.
So, which is first, milk or the?
There's only
Cereal.
one right answer.
It's
you have to
cereal,
do the
then
cereal
milk.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. That way, because you have to get the milk ratio. You
'Cause
can't
it'll-
do that if
it'll
you.
splatter if you put
Yeah,
the milk in
yeah,
the
plus it's-
cereal.
yeah,
some
unless you're
eggs.
pouring it very
Some
delicately.
of it floats to the top too.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
It's no good.
Yeah, if you're out there and you put milk in and then cereal, we still want you to listen. We still love you and we're rooting for you, but please go get some help.
Yeah.
So that's all I have to say.
I'm Siri.
Hi, Siri.
Siri, thanks for joining us on the
Okay, hi.
No one wants you here.
Wow.
Siri, thank
why-
you for joining us on the Pythagorean Theorem podcast.
Yes, can you please give us a
She
view?
will never be
Oh.
showing up ever again,
Alright,
though.
well,
Can we
because
get
that
our,
was just
can we get our
happened.
sponsorship?
From
Wow,
Siri?
I
Sure.
can't talk.
Go to netflix.com/the Pythagorean Theorem podcast for
Okay.
a $3 off discount.
Documentary.
Sometimes we like to
It's
pretend we're sponsored.
pronounced documentary.
The second
not a
episode, the
sponsor,
first time
though.
it comes up.
Yeah.
No, we're totally sponsored.
No, we're not.
Oh.
Don't get the wrong.
You
Don't get
can't
the wrong
say that.
idea.
No,
We're not
yeah,
sponsored.
we're not.
We
No,
cannot
we're
say
not.
that.
We're not.
Yeah.
Cut it
soon.
out. Oh, no.
Maybe soon if we get enough viewers on Spotify.
Yeah.
Share.
Yeah.
And go to our YouTube. Click the subscribe.
Yeah, can we make a little? Yeah, just real quick. I just want to promote our social media pages.
Sure.
So you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at _PT podcast, and then look us up on YouTube at just the Pythagorean Theorem podcast. If you want to get behind the scene footage or bloopers or just keep up to date on all the podcasts, Instagram and TikTok is a good way to do that. Again, it's the _PT podcast. We'd really appreciate the follows.
Yeah.
And on
you post
YouTube,
almost
hit
daily.
that bell
Yeah,
icon.
we post just about daily, at least 1 or 2 posts a day on each of those. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
give us a check out our social media pages.
And
it's
it's
that
free.
handle. And it's free.
True, and
Yeah,
it's free.
It's free.
I don't know when Instagram wasn't, but
It's
Yeah.
free.
it's free. That's the handle for all the medias. The
The _PT podcast. We're on Twitter too. We don't
Oh,
use
we are?
Twitter as much.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how
But-
to use that.
I didn't even know we were on Twitter.
Yeah.
Surprise.
If you want to follow us on Twitter, we post every now and then. But if you want to see us, every day, go to Instagram and TikTok, _PT podcast. So it is New Year's Eve.
It is.
2022
Yes.
is almost here. That's weird to think about.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm still in like 2008 mentally.
Whoa.
I'm
okay.
still- I'm
I
in
wasn't-
Wow,
19.
you're just wasn't that roughly when you had to give away Andy?
That's
Oh,
why.
no.
They took
no.
a big
Andy.
toll.
Poor guy.
It's scarred him for life.
Rest
It
in
is.
peace. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
I feel
Just
like
swimming with
2021 has just been 2020 part 2.
It has
Yeah.
been.
Yeah.
pretty much.
That's how I feel about it. So.
2021, and now we're in part
Oh,
2, and
Where was the pun?
it wasn't a pun. It was just a fact. It's 2020 part 1 this year. 2020 part 2 next
For
year.
those of us that know well, you like to throw out random facts.
I do.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna turn this into a
That
Presley
make, that
thought.
make
I mean,
no sense.
I
but
appreciate
it's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to
There
get
you
a
go.
little giggle every now and then.
You do giggle.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm still mentally in 2019. Not as far back as 2008. That's pretty far.
Yeah, I'm in
A
2019
little over
too.
exaggeration, but
We're about
you
to
know.
I don't know where
start-
you guys are. I'm in 2021.
No, I
Are
feel
you
like
guys okay?
I'm in the
No.
future. I'm 2020, 2022.
You're
Yeah.
wait,
What?
you're wait, what
2022.
year?
2020. That is
That's-
far in the
Yeah, Leighton is.
I'm from
I think he fell into a black hole somehow.
Oh
and-
man, and you know what's so sad too, and everyone's gonna laugh at me, but I think I was talking to it was our friend Grace like a few months ago. Shout out Grace. And I was like, man, I can't believe in like what was it? It was like 2019. It was like in 80 years from now it'll be the year 3000, and she was like, that's not how that works, honey. I'm like, yeah, it is 2000 and 3000. She's like 2100 will be the year. I'm like, oh,
Zach.
Math is hard. That's okay.
Yeah,
is
math
hard.
is hard.
And it is.
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah,
that on
the-
social media.
Gosh.
It felt so stupid.
Zach's like, we're
It's
so-
like I just skipped 900 years.
Yeah, Zach's like, we're so close to 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
But yeah, do y'all do New Year's resolutions at all? I feel
know.
like that. I think
Really?
those are like
No.
really overhyped. I don't think a lot of people do those.
They're overhyped, and I feel like they don't really work or do anything. Like, people stick to it for maybe a month, maybe 2
Right.
months, maybe,
Sure.
and then after that, you're for most people. Obviously, there are exceptions.
Yeah.
For most people, it's like then you fall back in your ways. So it's like you kind of just
Yeah.
have to decide. Like, I need to change, and I'm gonna do this now. If you rely on a New Year's resolution, then again, maybe it will work for a month, maybe, but
Right.
it's not gonna do much.
Well, I don't know. See, what happened with me was that I think it was I didn't come up with my quote unquote New Year's resolution this year until like the 1st of February, because like I know everyone does it. You get to the end of the year and you're like, man, holidays are over. I am fat. But I think it was like the 1st of February, literally the 1st, and I weighed myself on the scale and I looked and I weighed 298. I'm only 6'1". I was big. And I think from there on, I decided to lose weight. As of today, I weigh 231, so I've lost 70
Good
pounds.
job.
Nice.
this year.
Nice. Little round of applause.
Yes,
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Losing weight's
Appreciate
always a good time.
yes,
Yeah,
no.
Which
That-
is actually the number one resolution. I
Yeah.
actually looked that up.
That
and-
is
and
surprising.
Yeah.
yeah. It's like 50%. That's one of the things that they put on their resolution is that they want to lose weight, eat healthier, exercise,
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
the health.
And then the gyms
Stuff.
are going to
That
get
makes
flooded for like maybe 3 months.
Yep. And then people
Yes.
forget to cancel their memberships.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Did-
I don't
did
like.
Did that happen?
I don't normally have like New Year's resolutions, but I have goals. I think that's a little bit different, right?
It's a little I don't
guess so.
know.
It
I mean,
depends on your terms.
I feel like I don't know. You kind of need to plan your life a little bit as you
Right.
go. Like have a 5-year plan, have a 10-year plan, have a 1-year plan. I just feel like that's part of
Yeah.
your
Like,
everyday life.
This year, I'm done with college.
Yeah. Congrats.
Yes,
Yeah.
congrats.
Yeah, round of applause.
So I'll try to find like my job by the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which is going to be
that's-
this podcast.
Hey,
Yeah.
there we go. To enough followers.
Another reason to subscribe.
Yeah.
No, I kind of do have a resolution, and it is this podcast.
Yeah.
I've been
Hey,
wanting
there
to,
you go.
I've been wanting to do something like this for a while, and we're actually doing it, and I'm very, very motivated to put a lot of time and effort into this.
Oh yeah, this has been fun.
Yeah, and there's been I mean, because I'm the main person that does social media, and just trying to, like, even now, trying to just come up with ways to get people to just see stuff. That's fun for me. I like doing that. Ever since we kind of started, I've brainstormed quite a bit. But I like doing that. It's fun. But yeah, my resolution is to get this thing rolling and at least just a little known.
Yeah.
Like, we're all gonna need patience. That's key.
Yeah.
Is patience. Let's keep going, but we can't just expect a million followers.
Well, yeah.
Plus, I'm doing this for fun. I'm not doing this because I think I'm
Totally
going
for
to get a
fun.
job out of it or anything.
Right.
Like, to me, it's just fun to hang out with you guys and to talk about random stuff or to play fun random games.
Document our lives and look back on it later.
Or rank our favorite Christmas movies and stuff. It's just, it's a fun time and I enjoy it. That's why I'm happy to be here and do
A
it.
good mindset, I think, is expect nothing, give everything.
Yeah.
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 You know what's funny too to think about is that like in years and years down the road we can be like either still doing this or be like, hey kids, do you know I used to have a podcast with my
Right.
friends?
Yeah.
With Uncle Shmev and Uncle Evan.
Uncle
You
Shmev
guys
and
aren't
Uncle.
uncles, so you didn't make that cut.
Oh, wow.
They can be ants.
Yeah.
What?
But what?
I don't think that's how that works.
It's about to be 2022. We can do whatever we want.
Dude, by the time
That
you
is
have
not
kids
on
and
my
all that, you never know. That's not going to be my resolution now or ever. But
Right. But
I mean,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, does anyone actually have like a 5-year plan? Anything that's actually thought out?
Not really.
Just out of
Not a
curiosity.
detailed.
I just
I mean,
want
it's
to.
kind of
anything
hard at this
detailed,
age.
no.
I just
Yeah.
want to get my job after college and just enjoy it and
Yeah, it's,
for the time being, and then just see what happens a couple
Yeah.
years later. See
Yeah,
if
I have-
wanna
I have
stay
the
there,
same
get
plan,
somewhere
yeah.
else, whatever.
I feel like we're all at that age where we're just trying to get like our career started.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
all kind of at that spot.
I agree.
That's fair. I mean, there's not a lot that we can do to plan anyways, because especially at this age, there's a lot of randomness
Right.
that comes into play.
Yeah.
And especially with my major, I don't know where I'll be or
Sure.
what
Yeah,
exactly I'll be doing.
Or me either. I mean, audio is such a broad field. Like, I don't know where I'm going to be. This is a cool start, though. I mean, even helping you guys set up is more
Right.
fun and very helpful to me, even.
That
And I
could
was
be beneficial
surprised-
for you. I haven't thought about that.
Oh, yeah, it's been really fun. And I was surprised when I came in late in here, by the way, not an audio major. I am. And he comes in, and I look at his EQ for the miking, if anyone knows what that is. And I'm like,
kinda
holy
see
crap, you did a good job.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if we can even like show that.
Yeah.
But we'll probably grab a picture and try to put it in if possible.
We'll
But
make tweaks.
it's impressive. I was surprised.
It is, yes.
Thank you.
By the way, I did this on our social medias, but big shout out to you two for helping us with the intro.
Yes,
it's no problem.
exactly.
the
guys.
intro,
Zach-
the music.
Zach made the music,
Yeah.
Leighton made the animation. If anybody watching this or whatever, I mean, I know not a lot of people see this right now, but if you need music for whatever, hit Zach up. He's your guy.
Exactly.
Right here.
Thanks, guys.
Zach makes some very good music.
You want to plug some of the stuff you actually put out, or
Oh no! See,
No?
the stuff I actually put out was a lot before I knew what I know now. So it's not mixed or mastered the way I want it. If you want to go look, I mean, I think my like SoundCloud is Zarius_official or something like
How do you
that. I don't
spell
know.
that?
We can link it.
Zarius?
Yeah, it's a mixture of my first, middle, and last name.
Okay.
How do you spell that? Z-A...
Zarius Zarius, but it's like my middle name's Reeves and I spell it Rives. It's hard to explain, but it's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, but go check him out.
Yes.
But so, do y'all have any goals
Yeah.
do you want to
Yeah.
do by the end of 2022?
I would like... What was that? Oh. I would like to... I don't know if necessarily lose more weight or try and get muscle. I just want to take better care of myself. Because
same.
I would also like to learn that these are not necessarily resolutions like you were saying, the 5-year, the 10-year, 15-year.
Yeah.
The resolutions are kind of like a 1-year plan, like something you want to accomplish
Yeah.
before next year.
It's a drastic life change
Yeah.
that you want to make immediately. I feel like that's a resolution, and
Yeah.
that's so hard. Because, like, when you think about it, too, like, Americans... Well, it could be everybody. I don't know, but I can only speak for Americans because that's what I am.
He speaks for every American.
Yeah,
Every
ever.
single
All of
American.
them.
George
Every single one.
Washington, every single
Oh, even though deceased.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. We're speaking for a lot of people.
Everybody wants to hear like a young adult white guy's opinion, so I'm just gonna give that out now. So I'm just gonna say, like, as far as like resolutions, we want everything quick now and fast, and so like when we want to do something and it's a quote unquote resolution every new year, we go at it hard for a month and then don't have the discipline or the lifestyle change or plan to actually follow through with it.
Yeah, because you can do anything for a month. You can stick to a diet for a month. You can work out for a month. But it's changing the lifestyle that's more of my goal. Like, I want to change over to cooking more than I do eat out. I want to, you know, just take care of myself, what goes in my body and all that stuff. So.
Yeah. And I remember when I first started, Trey and I, which by the way is my brother.
Hey, Trey.
Yeah.
Shout out
Well,
to
I guess I
Trey.
should say our brother. If any of y'all didn't know, Evan and I are related legally. Technically.
What is that?
Look,
He doesn't
You made
want to
that
be.
sound
I
very
made that sound
special.
really weird.
Yeah.
He's my brother-in-law.
Okay,
Yeah.
for better
Yeah.
context, because Zach made that sound a little
Really weird.
bizarre.
Yeah.
He adopted Evans.
Yeah,
My
exactly.
life
No,
partner.
well, that's becoming a blue broad. Okay, I
I'm
already
sorry.
know
I'm
that.
sorry. Go for it.
I was. Oh my gosh. My sister married his brother.
Yeah.
So that's what he means.
Yeah.
And apparently we're also life partners. So I mean that's.
I mean,
that,
we are.
I mean that's pretty romantic. I'd like to think.
You're
So.
stuck with him now, basically.
We're not life partners. That was a joke. Anyways.
Yeah, I would never be life partners with a bald person. So
Yeah.
anyways.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we take credit for getting them together. I mean, we were the ones who met in the first place.
That
so-
is true. Yes.
Yeah. Baseball team,
Oh,
2013.
yes. But anyway, we're at resolutions, not our backstories.
Sorry. Oh my gosh, how did we
Zach.
get here? But yeah, as far as like working out, like I had to like get an accountability partner, and so I started working out with Trey in the mornings. And every morning before work, we would go to the gym that was close to us, like in our local county, and we would go work out. And it was nice because having that accountability partner made it to where I couldn't just say no to myself; I had to say no to him.
Yep.
And
Yes.
so I feel like it's really easy to find like good ways like that to have people hold you accountable, whether it be a friend or family, brother, whatever.
Because it's easy to let yourself down. I mean,
Yeah.
nobody's going to know. It's
Nobody's
like,
gonna know but you.
Yeah, nobody knows I didn't get up at 4:30 to go to the gym today.
Yeah, exactly. And so that was the biggest thing for me. I mean, I didn't lose 70 pounds just by doing it for a month.
It's a
I would-
lifestyle.
You didn't take like a pill that you saw in an infomercial?
Yeah,
didn't do
let's
that?
go ahead and start that sponsor. So getskinny.com. I'm just kidding.
That plug was if we were sponsored.
Oh,
That
my
would have
gosh.
been a perfect transition. That would have been great.
Can we do if we ever do get sponsored? Can you? Can we do it like that throughout the podcast? Randomly set people up and
Kind of like
I would
Joe
love to.
Rogan.
yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Oh, can we quote that? I'm sorry, we can cut that out.
No,
Wait.
no. People listen to Joe Rogan like it's a religion.
I do.
Yeah,
I love Joe
Yeah, people
Rogan.
have never heard of Joe Rogan before. We have to
No,
cut that
we
out.
have to. Yeah, that's not
No,
allowed.
let's get
yeah, as
them
far
on
as
the
resolutions go, though,
Thank you.
I've really only had one. Like,
Okay.
not this year, it was a few years ago. It's got a pretty good story to it. I want to say 15 or 16, and this is before I met any of you guys. Me and a group of friends decided, well, I decided first I didn't want to drink sodas for the whole year. That was my resolution. No sodas for the rest of the year.
Super healthy.
And so I was telling my friends about it, and slowly more and more of them were like, "Yeah, we'll join in. We'll do it too." And so we decided to make a bet out of it, and we all put, it wasn't much, maybe $20 in.
Wasn't much.
It's $20.
That's $20.
I mean, okay, the winner got a good amount at the end of the year.
Okay, yeah.
But to put in, it was $20, and there was 5 of us. So winner got $100. So yeah, we started that, and the first night, our buddy Jack lost,
oh my gosh.
and he was caught by his sister drinking a soda. They were at like some New Year's Eve party, and he drank a soda. He was out.
So he didn't last one day.
Not one day.
Like,
Wow.
did he consciously do it? Like, try to sneak it, or
I
sure
think
he
he
probably
I think he
did.
just forgot.
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Well, so maybe a couple months later, our buddy Cooper, I was at his house hanging out,
Yeah.
and sweet tea was a no-go too. We couldn't drink sweet tea.
That would be hard.
Yeah, no sweet tea or soda.
I'm out.
I was at his house, and he had asked his mom to go get sweet tea from the store because he knew I liked it too. I mean, I didn't say anything. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get him to lose." So he took one sip, and I was like, "Cooper, give me that 20." He was like, "What?" And his mom was like, oh no, because she knew about the bet. And she realized that he lost the bet. So then Cooper was out. Then we were at our buddy Shmev's birthday thing, and our friend Cal, shout out to Cal, drank this like cherry limeade that Shmev's mom made, and it had I can't remember what it had in
Like
it.
7-Up or something.
Yeah, something like that. I think it had 7-Up in it, and so Cal drank it, not really knowing that it had that in it, and we got him. We knew it was in it, but we all waited for him to take the first sip until we got him.
Man.
So then he was out, and then our friend Jeb and I, we didn't break the whole year, and so we had to split the money. So we got so 3 people put in 20, so we each got 30 at the end of the year.
Wow.
I
But
didn't know y'all did that.
yeah, that was, and I think I lost a few pounds, but that was when I was a little heavier. I've lost more since, but I think I lost a few.
Dude, you look amazing now. Especially like seeing older pictures of you, you don't look the same.
You're so good for you.
Thank you.
Oh, I guess we're
And-
clapping.
Round of
Oh,
applause.
we're There's been lots of clapping.
Lots of
We're
clapping.
very supportive.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
hope this
Yeah.
is not
This
like
is a
a
support
nightmare in post-production, but
Oh yeah, the clapping's just nightmarish.
This is a support group podcast where everyone feels to
Exactly.
feel welcome.
I will say, what is funny about your story is that for me, it wasn't a resolution, but I for me, when it comes to drinking soda, I was at the point to where I was drinking like 5 or 6 sodas a day, like just a ridiculous amount, and it wasn't good.
Yeah.
And now, if you noticed earlier, # not sponsored, I was drinking a bubble water.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Yes. Do you want me to say your name? Want me to say your name?
Nope.
Sponsor us. But no, I was drinking like 5 or 6 sodas a day, and it wasn't a New Year's resolution or anything like that. Just I was like, you know what, I'm just not feeling good. Was more overweight than I wanted to, so I actually just quit cold turkey drinking soda, and now I'm on like bubble water and stuff.
That's good.
man.
And I lost
6.
I lost like 15 permanent pounds from it. So I mean, I lost a good
Wow.
bit just from not drinking. So I didn't change any like exercise or anything like that. It was just stop drinking soda, and I lost 15 pounds from it. So I'm all for like. Even I mean, if you have a soda a day, that's not that bad, at least compared to what I was doing. But I'm all
Right.
for like just getting off it.
I don't think you realize how much sugar is actually in that.
Yeah,
Like, if you
yeah.
put
There's
it in
so
terms
many-
of like sugar cubes and stacked them, so
Well,
much.
there's so many like sugars and calories and just other chemicals, especially if you drink
Carbs.
diet. Like diet, people are like, oh, it's 0 calories, which that part's good, but it's not really any healthier.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Well, again, this is New Year's Eve, so happy 2022 to everyone listening.
Yes.
This will be out. After it'll be a few days after New Year's Eve, but hopefully as soon as we can get it out. But again, go follow us on Instagram and TikTok at @the_PT podcast, and Twitter, same username. Subscribe on YouTube. We really appreciate that. I'm Shmev.
Evan?
with-
Leighton.
Zach.
Presley.
And thank you for joining us for a session of awkwardness.